Hey everyone, it's Brittany, and I was just thinking today, it has almost been a year since I decided to become a Beachbody coach. It'll be a year in June, and I have so many exciting things coming up this month and over the next couple months, and I've just been reflecting a lot, and I was like, I've never really shared my story at why I decided to be a Beachbody coach, and I thought, well, today's a good day to do that. So long story short, my husband travels. We travel all over the United States for his job. Much more fun before baby. But we have been to Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, and after the birth of our daughter, when she was 2 weeks old, they decided that they were going to send us out to eat at Oklahoma. So at 2 weeks old, we moved all of our stuff out to Oklahoma, and with a little 2-week-old baby and a little dog, and started a life out there. My mom had came out to visit, and she had brought me the program Insanity. I always worked out, went to the gym, worked out my whole entire pregnancy, but out in Oklahoma, they did not have any gyms that had daycare. So I obviously was going to get my baby weight off, and I wanted to get it off fast. So I decided I was going to take Insanity on. My mom and I watched the video, and we about died. I was like, oh my gosh, that is crazy. So after she left, I was able to start working out. So I put in the DVD, I tried it, I made it 15 minutes and threw up everywhere. I was like, oh my gosh, I called Brett immediately and I said, this is the workout, this is the program that's going to get my weight off. And he was like, well, whatever. He was like, home workouts, whatever. But if you think it's going to work, do it. Because that was the only option I had. I didn't have the option to go to a gym at that time. So every day I put Insanity in, I pressed play, I made it just a little bit longer and just a little bit longer until finally I had completed the whole program. And I felt phenomenal. And, you know, at that point, I wasn't like super overweight, but I thought, man, I really want to take my body to the next level. I want to do it. So I decided to just restart Insanity. I didn't really understand Beachbody at that time. I didn't know that it was a whole line of products. I just thought Insanity was Insanity. So I was on the internet just looking at different stuff about Insanity and came across Les Mills Pump. And then I was like, oh, this is what I'm talking about. I love to lift weights. So I started weightlifting. After Pump, I got in great shape. I started seeing a six-pack. I was feeling awesome, but I just needed something more. I needed to cut my calories. I needed to reduce my cravings. I had about 15 pounds left that I wanted to lose. So a friend of ours that Brett is colleagues with, his wife is a Beachbody coach, and he gave us a bag of Shakeology to try. So I thought, well, before I invest or do any of this, I want to make sure that I like something. I don't try to sell stuff that I don't believe in. So I committed to 30 days of Shakeology, no excuses. The first time I tried it, it wasn't my favorite. I won't lie. I tried chocolate, and I did not think it was great tasting. But every day it got better and better, and every day I started craving it more, which I was like, oh my gosh. By day 7, I called my mom, and I said, I have this crazy amount of energy. Like, I am on fire. Like, my workouts are awesome. Something is going on, and I swear it's in the shake. But I'm going to give it a little bit longer before I tell anybody else about it. I gave it another 7 days, and I felt incredible. So I kept drinking it, and then I had a week left, and we were going to Cancun for a family vacation. So I thought, here's the real test. I'm not going to take my Shakeology with me, and I'm going to go a week without drinking it and then see how I feel. So I didn't drink my Shakeology in Cancun, and I felt horrible. All my cravings were back. I wanted sweets. I wanted bad food. I ate fast food, which I had tried to give up. I was miserable. Came back, started drinking, and after 7 days felt phenomenal again. I was like, I'm hooked. And then by that time, the taste quit bothering me, and I was actually craving it every day. So I was hooked after that. I actually had looked on to being a Beachbody coach a couple months prior, but that little $15.95 a month fee kept scaring me away, honestly. I was a stay-at-home mom, so I didn't have any income, and I didn't want to take away from I didn't want to put us in a situation that we couldn't handle because I didn't have an income. So I had backed out, and then somebody said to me, well, you spend $15 a month on coffee or stopping at the gas station and buying waters. At $15 a month adds up fast. I'm sure you can cut it out somewhere. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I could definitely cut out $15 a month. So we had just moved again to St. Clairsville, Ohio. And I was really in the mood to like find some new friends, like-minded, positive people who loved health and fitness. And I thought, I'm just going to Google search Beachbody Coach. So I Google searched Beachbody Coach in St. Clairsville, Ohio, and Diane Schubert came up, and her Facebook page came up. Immediately, something about Diane I wanted to connect with. So I sent her a little Facebook message asking her about the business. Never once did she say anything to me about money. I told her my plan. I wanted to help people get in shape, get healthy, feel good about themselves, and I really wanted to help end a trend of obesity in children and adults and just help people feel good. She never told me how much money she made with Beachbody, and I just really connected with that. I'm not a big fan of people telling me how poor they are and that they put their whole life savings up to start a business and then now they're making millions and going on all these trips and stuff. That just doesn't connect for me. I didn't need this for the money. I wanted to do this because I genuinely care about people and I care about their health and their fitness. And I was doing it anyways for free on my blog on Blogspot, and I was getting a huge following from Pinterest. So for me, this was never about money. It was all about just wanting to spread the word of health and fitness, and that's how I connected with Diane. I connected with her immediately. So I was like, I met with her at Panera, and she was telling me all about the business, and I was like, this is amazing. I want to be a fitness instructor. I want to help people. I want to give free fitness. This is all me. This is me. This is what I've been looking for years. And let's just do it. I said, I'm going to go in 100%. And my husband had said to me, I was like, I feel like I just never have a place. Like, I've never found a career that I just like loved. And, I wasn't that great at school. And, I was kind of envious of him because he just thrives in his career and he's so awesome. And my best friend always said she was going to be a lawyer, and she became a lawyer. She lives in California. My other best friend is a scientist, and she makes great money, and they're just both thriving in their careers. And I just felt kind of like, yeah, I'm an awesome mom and I love staying at home, but I want more. I want more out of life. I want to feel good. I want to have a career that I love. And my wise husband says, Brittany, you can do whatever you want to do. You just have to be the best at it. And I was like, you're right. That's so true. He doesn't have a degree, and he's general manager of the excavating company that he's worked at for the last 10 years. And my dad is the president of a company, and he doesn't have a college education. And my mom was in a purchasing department. I mean, I'm just going through my mind thinking he's so right. Like, if you want to do something, you just have to do it, and you have to be the best at it. And I just decided at that moment that I was going to go in full force and do Beachbody. So I started at my Facebook page. I put my first post out there, and it was about diet green tea and how I loved it. And I decided that I was just going to go ahead and just jump in and do my first challenge group. Oh, well, what do I have to lose? And much to my surprise, I had a lot of people respond and say that they wanted to do this challenge group. Now, I do not make anyone buy anything from Beachbody. I recommend it because I love it, and it's changed my life, and it's changed a lot of my customers' lives. But it's not something that they have to be in my group. I wholeheartedly believe in free health and fitness. I let everyone in my group. So once they got in my group, I do a daily post of motivation and support. I have challenges. They win prizes. Like, it is non-judgmental, all shapes and sizes. As long as you want to be healthy, you can be in the group, which I love. So now looking back, I have exactly 105 people between my challenge groups. I decided to start asking people to coach because at first I was afraid, because I thought, well, if I ask people to coach, they're going to think I'm using them like for my business, because that's how you make money in network marketing, and I don't want anybody to think I'm using them. And then I had watched a video saying, if you know that Beachbody's changing your life, it's your duty to share it. And I was like, you're right. So I started asking people to be on my team. And And I don't do a pressure team at all. You don't, like, if you want to join to just have a discount, great. If you want to build your business, great. If you want to go all the way, awesome. I'll help you in whatever you want to do. You just have to be upfront with me, and you have to give whatever you do 100%. So it's almost been a year, and I have 24 coaches, and I have 105 challengers, and I have people who started drinking Shakeology, who had PCOS and couldn't get pregnant. Now they're pregnant. I have people who have lost 13 pounds on the 21-day fix in their first round. I have people who've lost inches upon inches, 20, 30 pounds in the matter of three months to 90 days. Or not 3 months to 90 days, just 90 days, whatever. But it has literally been incredible hearing people call me out on Facebook saying I've changed their lives and I brought positivity back and confidence. And the main thing that I've noticed from becoming a Beachbody coach is how awesome everyone's smile is these days. I've especially noticed it. One of my coaches, Christy, if you look back, she was in my very first challenge group of T25, and she never smiled in any of her selfies. And she has a smile on every single one of her selfies these last 3 weeks, and she looks incredible. She's glowing. Her skin's glowing, which I know that's from Shakeology and Inner Confidence. And she is just making this crazy transformation right in front of my eyes, and I see it every day, and I'm just so excited and proud for her. I have another challenger, Susanna, who just didn't connect with anyone. Everyone just kept giving up on her, and I've been friends with her since high school, and I thought, I'm not giving up on her. She deserves to be healthy. She deserves to be fit. She deserves a support system. And, you know, those are just two people, for example, of all the amazing people that I've seen transformations with. But, you know, I'm not saying that everyone's fit to be a Beachbody coach, because they're not. But all I'm saying is that if you love to help people, and you love to motivate, and you love to support, and you just love to make people feel good, you should really, really consider being a coach and just sharing it. And looking back, I'm thinking, never 7 months ago when I decided to do this, did I ever think that I would be making close to $1,000 a week helping people, because I believe in the product. I take it every day. I work out every day. I have the option to go to the gym these days, and I don't even go because I love TurboFire, and I love T25, and I love Les Mills Pump, and I do it every day. And, you know, and also another thing with my groups is too, they like motivate me. I have 2 girls in my group that I went to high school with, who run, and I hate running. And, I hate it. Like, I run a 14-minute mile. It's horrible. And I thought, you know what? They're running, and they're not sitting here saying how much they love it. They're doing it because it's a challenge, and they feel good when they do a little bit further and a little bit further. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to start running too. So because of them, I'm improving things about myself also. And, you know, it's more than just a fitness selfie. It's more than just healthy advice. And I'm not a nutritionist. All I do is share what works for me and what works for my family. And, you know, I think that everyone deserves a support system, and everyone deserves to have something healthy and supportive in their life. And without Beachbody, I wouldn't be healthy from the inside out. It's taught me a lot about personal development and growing and just being true to yourself. So if you've watched this video, and I know it's kind of long, I was going to try to make it short, but I just ramble. I just want to tell you that you're worth it. You're worth a support system. And no, I don't have a crazy weight loss story or any medical issues, but you should choose me to be your coach because I don't have issues. And I've been doing this my whole life. My whole life, I've made healthy decisions. You can ask my best friends and my mom. And even in high school, I might not have known what I was doing, but I always chose Subway over McDonald's. And I was athletic, and I worked out, and my husband and I live, eat, and breathe fitness. So you might not think I don't connect with you because you might be 300 pounds overweight, or, you know, you need to lose 100 pounds to 150 pounds. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not judging you.